Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sloan's maternity slip, Holly's exigency remedy, John Steele's prenup. Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers recap for Friday, May 3rd, reveals that Sloan Peterson Brady, Jessica Surfety, intruded Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn, and Nicole DeMaris, Ariane Zucker, warm moment with Jude Brady in the city forecourt. After Nicole hastened off, Sloan demanded to know what was going on and grilled Eric. Formerly they got home. Eric assured Sloan that he'd no idea Nicole would be working at The Spectator and that she was only being friendly in the forecourt. Still, Eric couldn't get past the whole Leo Stark, Greg Ricard situation and didn't buy that she was paying for his hostel room out of the kindness in her heart. Once Eric flashed back to eavesdropping Leo's phone call about blackmailing someone, he realized Leo might be blackmailing Sloan. After Sloan admitted that was true, she prevaricated that it involved snide details about her history that she didn't want to get into. Sloan said she stressed she could lose her law establishment and Eric, so that's why she paid. Despite Sloan's attempt to stop Eric, he stormed out to handle Leo. At the DeMaris on Friday's day's occasion, Leo tried to offer some hints so that EJ would be seduced enough to pay him for his word. After Leo brought up Jude and made it clear that EJ's son with Nicole was still alive, EJ seized him and acted like he must be lying. Leo swore he was telling the verity and that he'd been blackmailing Sloan with this secret. Since Leo had known the verity for months and formally gave down all the word EJ demanded, EJ refused to pay him anything. Once a still drunk Leo made it back to his suite, Eric brazened him and demanded updates on Sloan's blackmail. Leo suddenly plotted to stand up and sounded sick, so Eric helped him over to the bed and got him a pail to throw up in. After Leo bumbled on about his miscalculations and how he'd no way do anything like that again to Sloan, Eric had some compassion for him. Meanwhile, Sloan had just gotten Jude to sleep when EJ pounded on the door and slogged in the apartment once she opened up. EJ claimed that was his baby with Nicole and that he was taking his son. Once EJ pledged to get the evidence he demanded, he added that he'd have Sloan arrested. Sloan eventually admitted that Leo was only half right and clarified that although Jude was Nicole's baby, he wasn't EJ's. At the DeMaris again on Friday's day's occasion, Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis, felt overwhelmed by all her practice and was shaky due to her anxiety. Nicole gave Holly a comforting clinch and decided to call Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, over for an exigency remedy session. At the Kyriakis on Friday's DOOL show, Maggie Kyriakis, Suzanne Rogers, told Marlena and John Black, Drake Hodgson, about her forthcoming marriage to Constantine Meliunis, John Capellos. Maggie wanted to be clear about this being a marriage in name only, and she refocused out that Constantine had no problems with subscribing the prenup. John and Marlena easily weren't thrilled about the news, which Constantine had told them formerly. Still, Marlena and John agreed to come to the espousal. Formerly Constantine appeared. Since Marlena had to go help Holly and Maggie was headed to a meeting with Teresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien, Constantine invited John to stay for a nightcap. That led to Constantine cranking the pawn again and putting him to work stealing the prenup from the safe. There was a close call when Maggie returned for commodity, but John managed to snare the prenup and hide without Maggie seeing him. Once John delivered the prenup to Constantine and completed the charge, Constantine was punctured pink. Back at the DeMaris on Friday's day's occasion, Marlena instructed Holly to take a deep breath and go to bed beforehand. After Marlena advised Holly to get some redundant rest and go at her own pace with her practice, she said she'd shoot a note to remind her preceptors what she'd been through. Nicole asked Marlena to stay after Holly headed upstairs since she demanded help, too. Once Nicole opened up about working with Eric and the complications this could bring with EJ and Sloan, Marlena quizzed her about whether she still loved Eric. Nicole decided to call it a night, but she allowed. Back to the question, formerly Marlena was gone and verified to herself that she'd always love Eric. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Nicole's world will get turned upside down sooner or laterly, so we'll bring you more prognostications on all the Jude mayhem. Chanel's medical options, Sloan scrambles, Everett's journalistic defiance. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Monday, May 6, 2024 are then. Anticipate Chanel DiMera, Raven Bowens, and Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, to go over their gestation options. Coming up on Days of Our Lives, Sloan Peterson Brady, Jessica Surfety, scrambles to diffuse EJ DiMera, Dan Feuerigel. Everett Lynch, Blake Barris, publishes a critical composition about Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, despite Stephanie Johnson's, Abigail Klein, expostulations. Chanel DiMera's gestation options. DOOL spoilers for Monday, May 6 reveal that Chanel and Johnny will go over their gestation options. Indeed, though Chanel's tests came back normal, she just set about she's pregnant. Due to how far along Chanel is along with the timing of Paulina's radioactive deliverance charge, Kayla Johnson, Mary Beth Evans, is certain the baby will be okay. Kayla said they just have to stay and see. Chanel and Johnny will pound over their options, which probably include to terminate the gestation. Paulina Price's guilt on Monday, May 6. Suckers can anticipate Paulina to be overwhelmed with guilt. Right before Chanel's opinion, Paulina claimed to Chad DiMera, Billy Flynn, on the record that her conduct didn't put anyone at threat. While Chanel is fine and so is everyone differently, Paulina no way imagined that in future child could pay the price for her parlous conduct. Now, Johnny and Chanel might not agree about the option. Chanel might suppose it's too parlous to continue the gestation, especially with so numerous unknowns. Still, Johnny might want to keep the child. So, if they do and agree on what to do about the gestation, that could set up some pressure and resentment in the marriage. Sloan Peterson Brady scrambles. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Monday, May 6 reveal that Sloan will be blindsided by EJ's furious blameworthiness. Sloan will scramble to diffuse EJ, especially before Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn, comes home. Sloan will probably admit that the baby is Nicole Walker DiMera's, Ariane Zucker, but that EJ isn't the father. EJ will presumably be confused until Sloan starts explaining. Still, we anticipate Sloan to move EJ that if Nicole learns the verity, she'll just get indeed near to Eric. Sloan could indeed use Eric working at the paper with Nicole to tempt EJ to keep quiet. DOOL spoilers, Monday, May 6, 2024 On Monday, May 6, suckers can also anticipate Jada Hunter, Elia Cantu, and Rafe Hernandez, Galen Gehring, to start decorating their home. Plus, Everett publishes a critical composition in The Spectator about Paulina. Everett does it despite Stephanie's strong expostulations, so stay tuned for the fallout. Leo addresses, Nicole confides in Marlena, Maggie announces her marriage. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, May 3 indicate that Leo Stark, Greg Rickard, is ready to unmask the sap. Nicole Walker, Ariane Zucker, will bandy her passions with Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall. Maggie Kyriakis, Suzanne Rogers, will advertise her marriage to Marlena, who must act surprised. Leo Stark advised Sloan Peterson. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that Leo had every intention of leaving Salem and living out his life away with Dimitri von Leuschner, Peter Port. Unfortunately, this was before Leo entered a Dear John letter from Dimitri saying he'd met someone differently. Leo has been in a crapulous torpor ever ago. Leo promised not to tell Eric the verity, but he no way said a word about EJ DiMera, Dan Feuerigel. Leo needs plutocrat to live the life he has come habituated to, and EJ seems like the place to start. After all, does EJ earn to get to know his son? Sloan Peterson, Jessica Surfety, sure, isn't exactly mama material, moreover. What Leo doesn't realize is that Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn, and baby Jude are going to be the bones who are hurt most of all. DOOL spoilers. Nicole Walker confides in Marlena Evans. Nicole hasn't seen Marlena professionally for some time. Still, now that Nicole and Eric are working together, Nicole will entrust in Marlena. After all, Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis, has not exactly had a good time so far, and Nicole needs some advice. Marlena was Holly's grandmother for a time, and she's clearly qualified as a croaker. To offer her Constantine to tie the knot?